The silence of matter, deciphering the hidden messages of nature and the cosmos. Have you ever looked up at the sky on a clear night, lost in the myriad of twinkling stars, and felt a shiver run down your spine, a profound intuition that the cosmos was whispering secrets to you in a language you can't yet decipher? Have you ever stopped to observe the perfect spiral of a shell, the intricate veins of a leaf, or the repetitive pattern of a snowflake, perceiving in those forms a divine mathematics, an intrinsic logic that goes far beyond chance? Welcome to this space of research and discovery, the place where we will learn to pierce the veil of the visible, to listen to the eloquent silence of matter, deciphering the hidden messages that nature and the cosmos incessantly send us. We are not talking about science fiction or mere esoteric speculation, but rather an invitation to reactivate an ancestral capacity, a sensitivity that the ancients, guided by the wisdom of figures like Thoth, the great celestial scribe who inscribed the laws of the universe, possessed and reverently cultivated. Today, we will embark on a fascinating journey, an exploration that blends quantum physics with ancient philosophies, astronomy with sacred symmetries, to demonstrate how the universe is not random chaos, but a symphony orchestrated by universal principles, a cosmic library open to anyone with eyes to see and minds to understand. Prepare to recalibrate your perception, to recognize the subtle code woven into every atom and galaxy, to awaken your ability to read the imprints of creation. Your awakening has already begun the moment your soul felt the call of this mystery. The universe, in all its boundless magnificence and in its most infinitesimal details, has never been truly silent. It is a harmonious chorus, a continuous and powerful song that resonates through frequencies and vibrations, a primordial language manifesting in patterns, numbers, symmetries, and sequences that the ancient sages of every civilization have sought to understand and interpret. From the Fibonacci sequence manifested in the arrangement of flower petals or the seeds of a sunflower, to the golden ratio found in the architecture of the pyramids or the perfection of a Renaissance painting, to the principles of quantum physics that reveal a world where reality is far more fluid and interconnected than our ordinary senses can perceive. Everything points to an underlying intelligence, an intrinsic and ineffable order. Thoth, in his essence as the god of measurement, time, mathematics, and writing, embodies the very ability to decipher these divine codes. He was the one who kept the records of the universe, the calculator of the stars, the one who taught men the art of reading the cosmic laws imprinted in matter. His wisdom urges us to look beyond the surface, not to settle for appearances, but to seek the underlying pattern, the universal law that governs the manifestation of reality. The silence we perceive is not the absence of communication, but a language so pure and profound that it requires not auditory, but intuitive and conscious listening. It is the awakening of a perception that goes beyond the five senses. But how can we tune into these invisible frequencies? What tools did Thoth leave us to decode the great book of the cosmos? And how can this profound understanding transform our daily lives and our perception of ourselves within this vast universal design? The answers lie in the ancient art of observation and contemplation, combined with modern science, in a syncretism that reveals wonder. If this journey into the depths of universal laws and ancestral knowledge is already captivating you and you sense a resonance, I ask you for a small gesture that means the world to us, an act of connection. Leave an immediate like on this video. This simple click is a precious signal to us, telling us that we're touching the right chords in your soul, that our work resonates deeply with your desire for authentic knowledge. And if you'd like privileged access to even more exclusive content, dedicated Q&A sessions that allow you to interact directly, and in-depth materials that will guide you even further on your path to awareness and transformation, seriously consider subscribing to the channel. Your subscription isn't just financial support, but a true investment in your personal growth. and in the future of a growing community that fervently seeks the truth beyond appearances. I promise you that every resource, every video, every insight will be a decisive step towards your personal and inevitable enlightenment. To decipher the messages of the cosmos, we must first learn to recognize the universal laws and principles that Thoth, like Hermes Trismegistus, codified in eternal maxims. One of these is the principle of correspondence. That which is above is like that which is below. That which is below is like that which is above to accomplish the miracle of one. This phrase, taken from the Emerald Tablet, invites us to see the fundamental unity between the macrocosm, the universe, and the microcosm, ourselves, an atom, a crystal. The same logarithmic spiral that defines the shape of a galaxy with arms is found in the growth of a sunflower or the proportions of a snail's shell. The vibrations and frequencies that compose light and sound are the basis of the structure of matter. Quantum physics has revealed that at the subatomic level, matter is not as solid as it appears, but a vibrating energy field that responds to observation. This suggests that reality is much more malleable and interconnected than we perceive, and that our own awareness plays a role in creating what we observe. This is the heart of the silence of matter, a field of infinite potential waiting to be decoded by the awakened mind. Another key principle is that of vibration. Nothing is at rest, everything moves, everything vibrates. Everything in the universe, from the smallest subatomic particle to the largest galaxy, is in a constant state of vibration. The thoughts we produce, the emotions we feel, are also vibrations that influence our energy field and consequently, the reality we attract and perceive. The ancients knew the importance of sound and sacred chanting for harmonizing energy. Resonance between different vibrations creates harmony or disharmony, and learning to recognize these frequencies is essential to understanding silent messages. Imagine yourself as a radio. If you're not tuned to the right frequency, you'll only hear noise. But when you tune in, the music, the message, becomes clear. Nature, with its cyclical rhythm of the seasons, the ebb and flow of the tides, the beating of our hearts, is a perfect orchestra of vibrations. Recognizing them means tuning into the universal rhythm, the divine logos that Thoth, god of speech and thought, knew and recorded. To further illustrate this concept, let's think of a little fable. In the heart of an ancient forest, there lived a wise old man named Alara, who spent his days listening, not to the chatter of animals or the rustling of the wind, but to the silence of the forest itself. His students were confused. "Master," asked a young disciple named Lila, "what are you hearing? There is no sound, only calm." Ilara smiled. "I listen to life unfold. Do you see that majestic tree? Its branches don't grow randomly, but follow a precise design, an invisible mathematics that seeks light with maximum efficiency. Look at that stream. The water doesn't flow haphazardly, but carves its bed in perfect curves, which a mathematician would call fractals. The butterfly that flies from flower to flower doesn't do so randomly, but follows a path that optimizes its search for nectar and its pollination. They are not silent, Leela, they are songs of pure logic and harmony. They are the hieroglyphics of creation, and I listen to them with my eyes, my heart, and my mind, deciphering their universal code." From that day on, Leela began to look at the forest no longer as a collection of objects, but as a living book written in the language of silence, and every shape, every movement, every cycle became a profound and meaningful message for her. This brings us to the principle of rhythm. Everything flows in and out, everything has its tide, all things rise and fall. The swing of the pendulum manifests itself in everything. The measure of the swing to the right is the measure of the swing to the left. Rhythm compensates. This principle teaches us that everything in the universe is subject to cycles, rhythms, and phases. Day and night, birth and death, growth and decay, joy and sorrow. Understanding this rhythm helps us navigate life's fluctuations with greater equanimity, knowing that after every difficult phase there is a potential rebirth, and after every peak of success there is the need for rest and reflection. Recognizing these cosmic and natural cycles allows us to align our actions with the universal flow rather than resist it. It is the art of knowing when to act and when to wait, when to release and when to hold back. Thoth, as the ruler of time and measure of the ages, invites us to dance with this rhythm, not fight it, finding our personal harmony in the great ballet of existence. Ultimately, deciphering the silence of matter is not an academic exercise, but a path to spiritual and practical awakening. It means developing a keener awareness of the interconnectedness of all things, recognizing that we are an integral part of this vast and intelligent design. Whether observing divine proportions in art, listening to our heartbeat in meditation, studying the dance of subatomic particles, or contemplating the movement of the planets, we are learning to read the same great book written by a universal mind. Our task is to tune in, to open our minds and hearts to receive these messages, and to use this wisdom to live in greater harmony with ourselves, others, and the entire universe. Thoth left us the tools, reason, intuition, the language of symbols. It's time to use them to awaken our innate ability to understand the great symphony of the cosmos, finding our unique voice in its vibrant and meaningful silence. We have barely scratched the surface of an ocean of knowledge, the legacy the ancient deities have left us, not as silent statues, but as vibrant keys to unlock the secrets of our soul. Your journey into this space has only just begun, but the awareness you have gained today is already a giant step. Remember, the figures of gods and goddesses are not just distant myths, but powerful mirrors that reflect your own potential and your most intimate challenges. Now you have the tools to begin deciphering their language, to recognize the Aphrodite who longs for beauty, the Artemis who seeks freedom, the Ares who fights for his ideals, or the Thoth who longs for knowledge, all dancing within you. This is the true power of awakening, not waiting for the truth to be revealed to you, but actively seeking it, listening to the voices of the archetypes resonating within your spirit. I wish you a profound and continuous awakening, an ever deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. If this message has awakened something in you, show your appreciation with a like. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future insights. And now, leave your mark on Thoth's path. In the comments below, write a word or phrase that represents the archetype you feel most alive in this moment. Whether it's hunter, lover, sage, warrior, creator, or something else, your voice is important to us. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey of discovery. A hug of light and knowledge. Until the next awakening.